The United States Military Academy at West Point, a staple for this country and a lacrosse team at the doorstep.
Army is back in front!
Up in the beautiful mountains of West Point lies an underrated lacrosse team, a team that was a goal away from going to championship weekend last year. I got 48 hours of inside access to the Army men's lacrosse team. Will the Knights go to championship weekend? Let's find out in this video.
And runs out of Hamilton with the victory.
When you got the nod to become the head coach here, what was that like for you?
It was an incredible professional dream come true. When I got here to West Point, it had everything that I would want. Number one is just it's a premier institution and something that I wanted to represent and feel to this day so proud and blessed to be able to represent. It checked all the boxes, and then of course the incredible cadets that you get to work with every day is, again, once again I use that word, blessing.
Your journey getting here, a little bit unconventional. Kind of walk us through your playing career and now kind of getting here into Army, back into your first year.
So I was really fortunate. You know, I graduated, I played at Ohio State, graduated in 2015, and honestly didn't know what I want to do. And I ended up coaching a high school team in 2018, and my brother was a senior captain. My dad ran the defense and I ran the offense, and that's really when it came together for me. Honestly, I spent more time watching film on that season than working on deals I had in the commercial real estate world. So I knew something clicked, and I was like, I'm meant to be a coach. I made 2 phone calls. You know, I called Coach Myers at Ohio State, and I called Coach A. Called me about a week later, and I'll never forget it. He's like, we have a spot for you. And really thankful, and what brought me back here to Army was getting married New Year's Eve, and Maddie, she works for the New York Giants, so she didn't have to leave her job, and for me to come out back to the East Coast and get to a place that I was really familiar with and knew, I thought it would be the home run and really put everything together for me.
Hell yeah, Bennett! Good, load it. Get one through. Driver on the putting green, Murph. Driver on the putting green, Murph. The middle field, stick on here and bury it. Come on. That's a free apple. Good stroke, Tom. He wants it. Oh, Mitty. Yeah, you want to be an old Mitty?
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
That's good work, man. The Red Army staying strong. You know it's a good deal when we stay up.
You guys are the greatest guys ever. At the end of games, that's when you get the transition, fellas. When you're a little bit more alert, you're a little bit better conditioned than your opponent, the transition starts to happen in the fourth quarter, all right? Communication to these guys, all right? Letting them know what's going on and making sure that you're attacking to the ball, okay? As opposed to down the line here. Job, goal, that's it. Hey, 4 passes, breaks over, good work. Dawson, if we don't have it, let's not just throw it away. Job, Bailey.
Drop. Good hard move, Paul. Who played you, geek?
Step behind the goal instead of stepping to the far pipe.
You just can't float the ball through.
You gotta fire it.
Dylan, good read off your dodge. Paul stays with you to hash, throwback all day. Good job. Hit X. Dive!
Just too much indecision. You're open, shoot the ball. Catch it loaded, keep your hands here. One pump, you're pumping, and then your hands are coming here. And now it's just taking you too long to make the next decision. Keep your hands up.
Stay connected right there, right? Good. It's gotta be under control, right? Hey, stick them body. Good approach. Shooter inside, that's it. CJ, you gotta start rotating up. As Murph gets deep, 4 is starting to come to this ball side hash. You gotta start working to the edge of your zone. Here we go.
Last year, this was a team that won the Patriot League Championship, beat Maryland in the first round, and lost to Penn State in the quarterfinals by a goal. Did you think the goal counted? Going into that Maryland game last year, was there any doubt?
Trust the preparation, you trust the work that you've put in through the course of the entire year. You know, we're hoping that what we're doing on the field and off the field to develop our culture is going to put you in a position to win every single game. So doubt, no. Definitely going against an incredible opponent on an incredible stage in the NCAA tournament. There's definitely some jitters and a little extra focus that goes into something like that. I just really trust our guys and their preparation and their ability to compete and, you know, find ways to find success.
The mindset going into the quarterfinals versus Penn State, what was that?
Fortunately for us, we had played in a couple big games that year. and one of them was in that same stadium down in Annapolis. So nothing more than what we try to focus on in the big games. It's just the bigger the game, the smaller the plays. First ground ball, first catch. Just trying to execute, have a lot of fun, enjoy that experience. Our fan base was incredible in that game, and some familiar territory just being in that stadium. So we were just trying to accomplish those things and enjoy that experience together.
Do you think the goal counted?
I was hoping that it did. I had a feeling that it wasn't. A ton of props to the officials and the way that they handled it. I know our guys with who they are and you know what they stand for. You know that they were going to fight till every single half a second to be able to find a way to get that ball in the back of the net. Unfortunately, we didn't have that half a second. Hoping that it was, but felt like at the time, you know, we might have come up just a little bit short.
My gut was no. My gut was no, just kind of tracking it, feeling the clock kind of bearing down on our backs, and just thought by the time Jake had picked it up, my initial reaction was it was no goal.
Time runs out on Army. Penn State headed to championship weekend.
Why'd you decide to come to Army?
Three main things, I guess: playing high-level lacrosse,
getting really good education, and then also wanting to serve. So this really culminates all three of those aspects, and it's just the spot for me.
Do you remember your welcome to Army moment?
My freshman year was Brendan Nichtern's senior year, so getting dodged on by him. It was pretty familiar from back in high school because we went to the same high school, but seeing him at the college level, Thornton finalist, first team All-American, was pretty eye-opening.
Do you remember your welcome to Army moment?
Mine really had to be the first weekend we were here. We were here COVID freshman year, so no one was leaving. And just walking up in the team room, and there's 60 guys all watching football, and those are some of the best memories and weekends.
After the first full pads practice, obviously freshman, you're kind of tired, you're on double E, and seeing the seniors who've been there 4 years going out and grabbing a bucket of balls and doing work after it, and I was like, all right, this is the kind of culture, and this is kind of how we do our business, and that was probably the most inspiring thing.
Spent here with Reese Burek and Dylan D'Agostino. First time hopping in the cage since last season. Gonna see how I fare up against these guys. We're gonna do a little 10-shot challenge between the two, and the best guy wins.
Who do you think's gonna win?
I don't know. It's definitely not me. I think it's gotta be. I think Reese.
Don't doubt the Italian.
Nope. Yeah.
Who do you think's winning?
I got Dags here. Long Island brother.
Right off the big toe. Wow, folks. There she is. All right, 1 for 8. Thoughts on the performance?
Not my best day out here.
How we do? The underdog over here now. We're gonna get more than one?
Absolutely.
Okay, I like that. Uh-oh. That's it. That's it.
I'm happy with my first performance. You know? Yeah. I think 7 more shots, and I would have gotten a little bit more comfortable against Dylan, but he's a good shooter. So.
What's up, guys? I'm CJ Montorio, number 51. I'm from Boston, Massachusetts, and I'm a sophomore here. I'm excited to show you guys around and get a little inside scoop. We're gonna enter Grant here. This is where a lot of the boys go eat dinner. It's a really common place for everyone to come, relax, hang out. Get away from everything a little bit. So we've got the deli first here. That's a really popular one with the boys. Right behind you, we got pizza, pasta. I personally love the penne alla vodka. It's a favorite. Couple more options here. You got the drinks. And then as we turn the corner here, staple actually, Friday nights, the boys will get a pint of ice cream. We'll mac on it in here, so it's good. And then just obviously a bunch of other quick options. Pretty good spot, simple, nothing crazy.
Who's a big boy on here getting a pint? Maybe too many times.
You know what, I think Pat Dunleavy, he's killing the pints of ice cream, 100%. He doesn't miss a week. Here we just got the burgers. Yeah, this is the go-to. Chicken fingers are great. I mean, as you can see, it's a pretty gorgeous place. Coffee in the morning. A lot of boys need the coffee to thrive in school here, so.
I'm Jack Slankwitz. I go by Slack. I'm number 48. I'm a senior here. So this is Academic Alley. On the right, we have a barracks building, and then a lot of the barracks go behind that building, and they're extended that way. On the left, we have 2 of the major academic buildings. We have Bartlett Hall and Thayer Hall behind it. This is where a lot of science classes will be taught in Bartlett Hall specifically. So we have a lot of guys who spend a lot of time in here. here. A big thing about this school that makes it different from everything else is the accessibility for teachers. A lot of them are active duty military, so they're invested in you not just as a student, but as a person. They know that you're joining their profession, so they're very accessible. A lot of them live on campus. It's really a good academic place. Also, you're never really more than a 5-minute walk from your room to class, so it makes it really accessible throughout the day and after hours when you need to go see a teacher. So here at West Point, we're not just surrounded by great people, we're also surrounded by living history. So West Point does a great job of bringing history here and enriching us in it. So on the side of Bartlett Hall, we have the cannon that fired the first shot of the Civil War, and then behind me, the big cannon fired the last shot of the Civil War, and that's just one example of the amount of history that is present at this school.
Besides the school itself being Army, what do you guys pride yourself on?
The family, you know, the Army Lacrosse family, and we have a feeling that all of us are better than any one of somebody else, and we think that if we can play together for one another, that we're going to be in a position where the collective talents will see us on to victories.
I think it's our culture. You know, we've got great talent or great leaders in the locker room, but I think our values, our core values of family, toughness, tradition, is just a staple year after year in educating our players and educating everybody that touches our program about what it's about. You know, how we build and how intentional we are in our relationships. You know, it's been an over 100-year tradition within the program, and there's just certain gravity to that. There's a certain pride that we take in just making sure that, you know, year after year, we're just leaving the program in a better place than what it was when we started that season.
Hard work, sacrifice, being very unselfish in the offensive end of the field. 6 guys working really hard together in the offensive end, making it a little bit harder to defend. And because of how this place naturally develops people, I think that our guys are just bent that direction. They can also handle a lot more too, just through adversity, mental toughness. And so just developing and competing and working really hard.
Right now we're on the plain here at West Point. This is just kind of the central area of campus. A lot goes on here on the plain. Before a football game, the whole school will be parading, marching around, and big events like Parents Weekend or graduation, the seniors will come out here and do parade. Just a very pivotal spot in the whole campus. It overlooks the Hudson Valley right over there, and just a great view surrounding the whole school.
So right now we're at the plain, overlooking basically Eisenhower Barracks to my left, Washington Hall in the middle, and then you got MacArthur Barracks to the right. So a really cool point of history here at West Point is actually Washington statue, which is right in front of Washington Hall. Washington Hall is the mess hall where about 4,400 cadets will eat meals from breakfast, lunch to dinner. Breakfast and lunch being the 2 mandatory meals that you'll actually attend. And then towards dinner, there will be some mandatory meals that you'll attend throughout the week. But a lot of the guys have different options of ordering out, going to Grant Hall, or eating up dinners with the team up at the locker room. So right here, Washington statue, one of the most famous statues here at West Point. Super cool statue that overlooks everything, and then you'll see later throughout the day that formations, which is essentially accountability for all the cadets here at West Point, will be right in front of a Washington statue, and basically all looking out back towards the plain, which is super cool.
It's all high and tight at West Point, from the clothes to the haircuts. I'm gonna bring you guys inside access to the Army Men's Lacrosse Barber Shop.
Welcome to the Barber Shop. We got my man Shmoo here. He's gonna give me a cut, 1.5 on the side, mid fade, and then chop up the top a little bit.
Okay, let's see it.
Let's get them right.
So what's the inspection like to have your hair here at Army?
The real thing is you can't have your hair touching your ears, and you just have to have a clean fade.
And what's the tradition when guys come here and they shave their heads?
First day, our day, you're gonna get head shaved down to a 1 all the way around.
The day before our day, Coach A will have all the recruits at his house, and you'll shave your head at Coach A's, all the boys that you're meeting for the first time.
I believe there's always been a key guy that's taken the role of being a barber. When I was a freshman, the main guy was a senior by the name of Liam Davenport. He just teach me how to do it. I feel bad for you. It also seems a little bit interesting because you know you also get tips in the process.
There we go. This is the grit show. We're here in the bathroom. We're getting it going. Success or?
Yeah, definitely. He's getting $10 today, we'll say.
Really?
$10, all right, I'll take it.
From a skin fade to the state-of-the-art facilities, Army is not lacking in any areas. Let me take you guys through the men's lacrosse facilities at West Point.
What's up, guys? I'm Jackson Eicher, number 3 on the Army men's lacrosse team. Welcome into the Foley Enders Nathy Lacrosse Center, also known as the Penn. Welcome into our lacrosse-only equipment room. Starting here, we got all of our new Maverick heads, Maverick shafts, and then all of our game jerseys. White top and black bottom, pretty clean. Can't lie. This is all of our game sweats, just all the combos that we need for traveling. So every player's got their own cubby here. And then going into this, we got the game cleats here. And we also got our travel shoes, and we also have all of our practice gear. Basically everything that you could ever need. This is our locker room full of 65 custom-made lockers. Open environment just goes back to one of our core values of family. And basically, you know, you come in here every day and you get to see all the guys, and it's probably the best part of the day. Speaker system, so before practice, we're in here bumping music, just getting ready. Depends on the day. Sometimes you got country, sometimes you got EDM, a little rap action in there. You know, these lockers are awesome just because you can fit all your gear in it. Like I said earlier, we got the helmet up in here. You put your gloves in, you got both your elbow pads, your rib pad, your chest pads, you got the jersey, and then these lockers are unique too because every single one can fit either deep holes or shorties. There's this like cut off right here that allows for the deep holes to be, you know, put in the locker and not have to put them in a different location. So up here on the second floor, Penn, we'll walk into the multi-purpose room. So this is where we have all of our pregame meals, our family toughness tradition dinners. Those are basically just team building dinners that we have most weeks in the fall. Last week we had pizza. And then also you'll see a lot of guys up here on the weekends doing homework, watching football, just hanging out. This is a great area for team building, but also just spending time with the guys. This is the team room, one of the biggest, most influential rooms up here at the Penn. So we got food up here, families come, bring food. On weekends, we're all spending time up here watching football, watching movies, just hanging out. This is a great spot for us to be able to spend time together as a team, not only on the weekends, but before practices, and just enjoy each other's company. We got the egg chair over here. Some say if you're sitting there for 15 minutes, it feels like you got 2 hours of sleep. I don't know, but I mean, some people say that. So you head out here under the balcony, it overlooks the lacrosse field, and basically this is just another spot where we can come out here when the weather's nice, enjoy the time that we had together. We actually got senior captain Jake Morin shooting out on the field right now, one of the best middies in the country, also one of the best leaders. This is our spot, this is our hangout area, and it doesn't get better than that. All right, so you take 50 steps from the beautiful Penn, and we're out here at Mikey Stadium, one of the most historic venues in college athletics. Packed the stadiums at the end of the season with a Navy game up to 10 to 15,000 fans. And I mean, it's just one of the best atmospheres in college lacrosse and college athletics as a whole.
How big is the Army-Navy lacrosse game?
It's everything. I mean, beat Navy, it's on every door, it's on every shirt. You know, it's just one of those games that there's not a day that goes by you don't think about playing in that game in Mikey Stadium in front of everyone important to you, and the opportunity to represent this institution on the biggest stage.
You get goosebumps. You walk out on the field and everything that game represents. There's so much respect on both sides of it, and it's a heated rivalry, and I think that's something to say you were a part of it in any capacity is special.
It's awesome because the fans are 2 steps above you. Everyone's family's out there, parents, grandparents. It's just something that's an awesome experience.
It's like nothing that I've ever been a part of. There's guys who graduated in the 70s and 60s that'll write letters and still talk about it to this day, and I think to me that's the biggest example of how it affects your life. You've carried on for 60 years. I think that's the biggest part.
I would just tell you that the intensity is just different. You've got these young men that are going at it, that are so invested in their schools, and it means so much to them to have that victory that's everlasting.
My name's Scott Swanson. I'm the Director of Sports Performance here at Army West Point. I oversee our lacrosse program and their strength and conditioning. In the fall, our guys train 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays here in the weight room. We utilize the entire fall as an off-season block, so even while we're practicing, we still make sure that we continue to lift and get stronger throughout that course of the year. So when we get in season, we're gonna lift twice a week during the season. Monday is our strength day. We're gonna work on our heavier movements, good quality reps, and our squat and so forth. Our Wednesday is very dynamic in nature. So we utilize perch camera system on all our racks. So I'll give you a demonstration. Our athletes come in, they get logged in, they just select their name, the workout that they're gonna do for that given day is gonna pull up. And then we're also gonna track their bar speed utilizing the perch camera system. They're gonna squat, set up, brace, big deep breath, down, up. That's gonna track that bar speed as they're going through that movement. And we're making sure they're training in the optimum speed zone day in and day out.
Who's your favorite men's lacrosse player?
Elon Murphy, he pushes a lot of weight, he trains hard, he works day in and day out on his craft, whether it's out on the field or here in the weight room.
What's the weight here?
495.
Is this a max or no? PR?
Maybe today, but.
Can we get this?
So welcome to our sports nutrition side of the house. Located right here in our weight room. So we work with our weekly budget to incorporate not only dry goods, jerky, cereals, nuts, different bars, fresh fruit. We utilize muscle milk, and even down on the far end, we actually have microwavable meals that come in weekly for us. There's no limit. They take whatever they need.
Hey guys, Ned Lynch, senior captain number 36 here. We're walking into advanced constitutional law right now. You can see here classes are pretty small. They're capped at 18. Terrific opportunity to engage with the faculty and also build relationships with other members of the class. Something really cool about West Point is that our instructors' offices are right outside the door. With about 80% of the faculty being active duty military, it really allows them to invest in the student, in the whole student, because we're joining their line of work, so they have a tangible connection to our success, and it's just another aspect that makes West Point special and lets us develop that relationship with the instructor.
Up here in West Point, the boys have fun. Seniors lead box lacrosse games every week. Guys draft teams, pick names, and ultimately get better at the sport. It's the standard. Welcome to the Army Lacrosse Box League.
All right, what's the team name? How to get described? Give us a rundown.
It started with a dream. Started with the dream of winning another box championship.
All right, who we got over here?
We're the Highland Falls Heroes. We went with the low shorts because our boy Will always put the shorts below the knees and dripped out.
Half shells.
Why is
All we
that?
do is fight crime and eat pizza. We're the driving crooners. We're dialed in. we're gonna win the championship here. Had a rough start, but we're ready to go.
We're the Tuscan Raiders. Backstory is that we all love Star Wars. Best Star Wars movie, Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Shout out, Anakin Skywalker, goated.
Wow, love that, love that, love that. This swag is unreal. Oh yeah, lace the body. What's the story behind the jerseys?
Playoff Lenny, man. That's just the type of mentality you gotta have. You gotta be a playoff Lenny.
Oh yeah, playoff Lenny.
All right, let's go, fellas. We're here at Army Box Lacrosse. It's Tuesday afternoon here, beautiful weather, and I'm gonna be asking some of the guys questions. Who on the team would you let date your daughter?
Probably Trevor Kelly, good religious guy. I can trust him around my girlfriend or my kids.
What is your favorite class here at West Point?
It's probably military movement.
Oh, jeez. Who is your favorite player on the Islanders?
Matt Barzell, you know, guy's a specimen, absolute beautician.
He's in the middle of the game. All right, go! Have you ever had a garbage plate?
Yes, I have.
Best garbage plate spot?
Fairport Hots. 2 cheeseburgers, mac salad, home fries, a little bit of ketchup on top. That's it.
Wow, nothing better than that.
Who's your favorite teammate?
Cal Lambert, great kid.
What's he like?
Generally nice guy.
Would you let him date your sister?
No, I would not.
Going off that, who would you let date your daughter or sister?
I would let Rob Simone date my sister.
Not sure how I feel about that one. Let's go over to Bennett Ong. Big girlfriend guy right here.
We're going now.
Never mind. Who is the funniest kid on men's lacrosse that you work with?
Great question.
Probably Bailey O'Connor.
Who would you let babysit your kids on men's lacrosse?
I think it's gotta be Ned Lynch.
Who is your favorite guy on Army lacrosse?
I gotta say Dirty Dawson Clark, he's the man. He's the man, you know?
Why is he the man?
He fought through some really hard times early in the season, but now he's back and he's ready to go.
Great answer, Dawson Clark, pork chop. Give the hometown a shout out.
Shout out Austin, Austin, Texas.
I can't think of anything.
What's your favorite spot on campus to study?
I'm gonna go with the good old reliable room. Roommate's a football player, Leo Lowen, he's a captain.
You like him?
Yeah, he's the man.
What is the biggest thing you miss from home all the way in California?
That's a great question. Biggest thing, I'd probably say my dog, Rex.
For a recruit to come here, how would you sell this place?
First, pan around to all the guys. This is the reason why you want to come here. All these boys right here, best kids in the world, best team in the world, best culture. Wouldn't want to be around anybody else. Coach A, Coach Ward, Coach G, Coach Lewis, best coaches in the world, care about their players. Yeah, let's go.
Family. Family, family, family. Family on 3. 1, 2, 3.
You can't.
Hi, I'm Mark Wellman. I teach here at West Point as an assistant professor. So when I came up here and taught full-time for the first time in 2010, I was kind of intrigued by various programs throughout lacrosse that have storied numbers. And so I started digging into what's behind the Army numbers. And after about 15 years now, I've got about 500 pages. I've been able to trace the lineage for the numbers back consecutively to 1946. One of the unique things about Army lacrosse is numbers here aren't retired. So every lineage is active, although sometimes, obviously, with the size of the team, not every number is in play each year. So the stories behind them are interesting. For instance, number 20 in 2011, Nick Isnardi showed up and his dad suggested number 20. And so Nick wore it for 4 years, followed by his brother who wore it for 4 years, followed by a guy named Brendan Nickturn that I'm sure all college lacrosse fans recognize. Turns out Brendan was their first cousin. So the number then stayed in the family for 12 years. I think any lacrosse player anywhere in the country, if they meet somebody who wore the same number at the same institution, they instantly have a bond. Seeing that lineage is actually quite humbling, but it also gives them a scope of, kind of the important things in life, and it creates that instant bond throughout the alumni corps. It's just a unique thing about Army.
Hi, my name's Dr. Rick Black. The last couple of years, I've been working in civilian capacity in the Center for Enhanced Performance, teaching academic skills, so I'm still working with the guys in a lot of that way.
It's tough. That's tough.
It's harder than it looks, right?
Yeah.
So all of these things are incremental, right? So you can do it just straight up standing on the floor, nothing else is going on, nothing else distracting you. If you want to add a physical component, you grab one of the balance boards. So now you're moving, so you're physically having to keep your balance and do whatever the drill is on the board. If you want to add noise, we can do that. So we've got, crowd noise, we've got just regular game noise. If you want to add that component, it's good practice.
Hey, can I try this?
Yeah, here we go.
What do you think I get? First try.
First try, I think 23.
For most people that are good athletes, I'd say probably mid to high 20s is probably where they start.
I'm giving them 22 seconds.
I'm gonna explain real quick again what this is.
Basically what it is, you'll tap the two sides, something will come on, and you're basically just trying to tap these little green dots. There's about 30 in about a minute or less, or 30 as fast as you can.
All right, let's do it.
Oh God. There we go.
The kid's getting it now.
32.
32! You're at 22, 23, 32. Last time Army was in the Final Four was 1984. Why haven't they been back?
We talk about being an accountable program, and we have not played lacrosse to the level we need to and have executed the level we need to be in the Final Four.
We're working on it. We're striving towards it.
It's hard. I mean, it's the ultimate goal for so many programs out there.
We don't talk about it, but it's something that we don't shy away from. That's the ultimate goal and what our guys are chasing, and that's why we come in and do what we do every day.
I think it's a testament to how tough it is to get there, because there's a lot of really good Army lacrosse teams since 1984. There's a great tradition of winning and winning at a high level, but that Final Four has been something that a very exclusive group have been part of.
One of the best parts about West Point is the community feel. We're standing here in what we call a coach's cul-de-sac. So this is right in front of Coach Alberisi's house. And right next door to the women's basketball, you got the men's hockey coach here, swim and dive. So what this is, head coaches are provided housing on campus. And it's a great thing for just accessibility and a real family feel. So we'll come over as a team to Coach's house about 5-6 times a year. We'll have a Super Bowl party. We'll have the college football playoff and just a couple other events. We'll bring recruits here. Just a really nice home away from home for our guys. His wife, Petra, does an unbelievable job hosting. Everybody's walking out with bags of food, so it's a really special time, and it's awesome for just all the head coaches just to share their wealth of knowledge and experiences together, and it's really cool for our guys to come up and just spend time together.
Will Army be playing on championship weekend this year?
Yes.
It will be.
Yeah.
No question.
No question.
I think that our guys' approach and humility of how we've approached the fall has set a good foundation for us getting back to that place. And I know that our guys have incredible motivation based on last year and incredible amount of faith and belief that it can be done.
This year, we're aiming more towards embracing all the little things, starting from the stick work to doing footwork. All these little things compound on each other and into really what makes you into a better team and elevates you to the next level.
What I'm excited to see is a veteran group come together that's had that taste of success. You know, you were on the precipice of championship weekend last year. I'm excited to see what our guys can do and push the envelope this season.
Our mindset is making sure that individually everything we do is worthy of emulation by the rest of the team. You know, we preach having 72 leaders on the team, and so I think are the actions I'm doing today worthy of emulation. We're not really focused on anything but improving every single day.
We'll be working every day to improve ourselves, to make ourselves better lacrosse players, to make each other better lacrosse players and teammates. And we're hopeful that that formula of the culture, the tradition, the legacy of this program is going to bring us to the championship weekend.
We know what we have. We know what we have to do to be where we want to be, working to get there.
Well, I tell you this, that's certainly our goal. Our way here is about getting better today. That is clearly our goal, as it is every year. When you're at West Point and your goals are anything other than that, then you're selling that group a little short.
You're in the playoff Lenny jersey, come on.
How do I do it?